I used to travel with my parents, so then in a very short period I saw a different lifestyles from how families lived in the Middle East, like in Afghanistan, how they lived in Australia, in Asia. And that to me had a kind of effect that there's not one answer how to live your life, so there are more possibilities. So that influenced the way of designing, so that for a question, for a design, that there's not only one perfect answer, there's a whole variety. So coming back to your question, so the influence is that if we design, if we have a question, that we also explore all those varieties to find the perfect solution. When we got the project in the penthouse of the building, it's on 143 meter high. So you have a nice view on Rotterdam city center, on the flow of the river. And then I asked myself, if you go up like 143 meter high, what would you experience then? So what could be the good penthouse? Would it be something which is competing with the magnificent panoramic? And then we chose to do it like an addition. So if the outside is defined by all this water and flow and fluid, that it will be reflected in the design of the furniture, the treatment of the flooring. So in the end, the concept was flow and big sizes. And within that concept, we designed the cooking island, a 20-meter long wooden cupboard wall, the floor pattern with flow patterns. So that basically was the concept. It reflects the two identities, the identity of the location, so as you say, the environment, but also the identity of the client. And then his desire was to live in a penthouse, that he has the feeling that he's successful, that he's on top of the world. And that theme we incorporated in big sizes. So to stretch this fact of being successful, that you can have it bigger than average. As you already said, form follows identity. So if there is a project, of course you have needs. So many rooms, the square meters, the regulations, but we really like to dig into the desires. So what are the deeper longings of people, of companies? What do they want to achieve with the building? So sometimes it's about being safe or showing that you are powerful, or that you are the first. So those deeper desires, so we try to translate it into appropriate shape that fits in the building for the people or for the customers. First of all, I would say to all students, follow your passion and try to learn as much as possible. I think now we live in a world that there's so much going on in society, that a lot of information, a lot of change of information, and then I think that it's good to open yourself, don't try to judge too quickly, and then so that you get the whole scope of what is going on, and then as a person, what you think that fits to your personality, commercial, where you think if you do it in that direction, that you also can get connected to the market, but also on creative level, that it fits in your desires, what you want to achieve.